Hey guys, how you doing? It's Henry at Mowers and Blowers. So I got a new sponsor today. Gunk actually sent me this goodie box. Thanks, Chris, from RSC Chemicals. So RSC stands for Radiator Specialty Company. They started out back in the 30s and stuff, and they actually were bought out by that RSC company, who owned a bunch of tire mills, rubber mills or something. And so they sent me, one of the companies is Titeseal, and they sent me this Fix-A-Flat type can. I have a feeling this might work better than Fix-A-Flat. Why? Because if you look at the picture, that's like for a tractor tire, which is exactly what I need to fix. As you guys know, I swapped the regular 6-inch tire for my old 4-inch tire, because this one actually held, you know. And I did it because the original ones used, one of them rubs on this, so you can't even move the tractor. This one here was inflated a couple of days ago, so it has a very slow leak. So I have a feeling this Titeseal will work for this. But the main reason why I need that is because this rear tire here absolutely will not come off. I mean, I've tried to take off the bead. It's been on here for God knows how long. You know what I'm saying? It's tight. It's corroded and rusted on the rim so that the rubber of the tire itself is fused onto the rim. I tried to break this bead like several times because I wanted to put a tube in there. I can't break the bead. Not to mention the fact that I can't take the wheel off the transaxle, so it makes it even harder to try to take the bead off because you can't step on it or, you know, chisel it because it's attached to the transmission. You know what I'm saying? I had it off and I tried to get it off. I can't. I mean, I tried for a couple of days to try to get the tire off, tried to break the bead, just to get a tube in there. I tried to take the rim off the transaxle, heating torch, bright red, lava red, PB blaster, penetrating oil, chisels, crowbars, banging, everything. I mean, that's on there. It's not coming off, okay? And I never budged it a bit. So this wheel on the rim, well, this wheel with the tire on the rim, fused to the rim, can't break the bead, can't take the wheel off the transaxle. My only option to get this tractor going is either I have to inflate this tire somehow. You know, as you guys know from my previous videos, I have tried Fix-A-Flat. I've tried slime in my other videos. I've even tried Great Stuff Big Gap Filler, where I completely filled an entire tire full of that insulation foam for a John Deere tractor I did before. You know, that seemed to have worked. That was like a test that I did, you know. It seems to work. But over time, though, you get a flat spot, and then when you're driving around, it goes do-do, 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 which is no good. So I'm going to try this Titeseal sealer. It's tire repair from Titeseal, one of the companies of RSC Chemical, which also owns Gunk. I need to do that because this is what happened just a few days ago for this wheel. As you can see, it didn't work because the coffee grounds just basically clogged that thing and I couldn't get any more in there, you know. I don't even know if I got much in there at all, if any. That's some of the Fix-A-Flat that's coming out. It ain't gonna work. I might try to use some of that thing they call tire ject. I've seen a couple of videos on tire ject. I actually emailed Tire Ject and said, hey, you know, if you send me a bottle, I'll do a review on my YouTube channel. And apparently, you know, he just ignored me because these guys, they just go for guys that have like hundreds and thousands of views a day. You know, I don't have that. You know, I'm a small YouTuber. You know, trying to make my way up, but you know, they'll just ignore you unless you have like 50,000 subscribers or something.
That doesn't work!
Yeah, so as you can see, you know, Fix-A-Flat, my homebrew, that stuff didn't work for the drywalls, the dry rot, you know. So what this says is, this is a premium applicator hose. Can inflate up to 13-inch tires. And as you can see in the pictures, there's a ATV and a lawn tractor on there. Titeseal, instant tire repair, freeze-proof, seals and inflates in seconds, non-flammable, tubed or tubeless tire. The one that I'm going to try is a tubeless tire. It's 14 ounces. I'm going to read the instructions really quick. So I'm reading the directions here. No tools, no jacks, no mess, right? Gotta shake this thoroughly. I have to put the puncture at 6 o'clock. It says here, up to 13-inch rims, and it temporarily repairs flats while tire is on the rim. Well, that's me, right? Seals most punctures up to 3/16 of an inch. That's me. As low as 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Wow. That's pretty cool. Works for tubed or tubeless tires. Garden, cart and trailer, turf equipment. For lawn and garden, that's perfect. This is exactly what I need this for. Hopefully this will work better than Fix-A-Flat. Anyway, so RSC sent me Gunk products, you know, wipes, engine shine, degreaser. Now you see, I use PB Blaster quite often, and I'm kind of anxious to use Liquid Wrench. That's another company, part of RSC company. So that's a penetrating and lubricant. Give me some stickers here. And this is the penetrating oil that I use religiously on some projects. They also gave me a Liquid Wrench t-shirt and a snapback hat. I'm going to be wearing those for my videos. Incidentally, if any of you guys want any free advertising, I'm more than happy to try out your products and or your apparel. Like even you landscapers, man. I love wearing landscaping equipment, so if you guys got a hat, jacket, hoodie, t-shirt even, stickers, I'd be happy to use them in my next video. You guys know I do videos a lot, so I'm going to just add to my collection here. As you guys know, Mullins Lawn Enforcement, they gave me some swag. Long Island Synthetics, which is an Amsoil distributor. They gave me some product and some stickers, and I'll just add you to my collection here. Liquid Ice, as you guys know, they gave me a lot of stuff, even though they're not really garden and related to my you know, channel. You know, energy drinks, they like that stuff too. So they've given me a lot of stuff. Liquid Ice, good drink too. So this was the box that they sent me. Here's the unboxing this morning. Let's see what they sent me. Swag box. Ooh! Alright, check this out. Try to do this one hand. We've got Gunk engine protector. Oh, this is from Gunk. Engine protector, Gunk degreasing wipes, Gunk engine degreaser. That's cool. Well, look at this. This is what I need for one of my tractors. I've never seen this one before. This is Titeseal instant tire repair. Definitely have not tried this before. Whoa, this is one of their good products. Liquid Wrench. penetrating lubricant. See, I've always used PB Blaster on all this stuff, so it'd be nice for me to just try a different product. Ooh, what's different from that in this? Penetrating oil lubricant, and this is penetrating oil. Looks exactly the same though. I mean, looks different, but I mean, what's the difference? I don't get it. Powered by flash sight. I don't know. Ooh, check that out. A liquid wrench hat. A trucker hat. Snapback. Working together since 1941 t-shirt. Liquid wrench. Cool. I'm definitely going to use this stuff with my projects, and I'll tell you how they work. I'd really be interested in trying some of this liquid wrench because I've always used PB Blaster and it's always worked flawlessly. Definitely going to try the Titeseal soon. Thanks, Gunk. So while the instructions on the can says to shake thoroughly and to no mess, no jack, right? I really have no choice but to jack it up because I'm not going to be able to ride this thing as it's not moving yet. You know, that's the whole point, is that I need to get this thing moving. So either way, I'm going to jack it up anyway so that once I have this product in the tire, I can spin the rim for a few minutes to kind of mimic the fact that I'm driving it for 5 minutes, because that's what it says on the can, is that you got to drive it for 5 minutes. So I'm going to jack it up so I'll be able to rotate the tire to mimic me driving it, you know. I also have to get the puncture at the 6 o'clock position. The main puncture, of course, is there's a crack right here that has not been able to seal with Fix-A-Flat or any other product that I've tried. The other ones are just some dry rot cracks that aren't too bad and almost seem like they might start to fill if I get it in the right area. So I'm going to rotate this to the 6 o'clock position. I mean, that crack is pretty high up here, so I mean, obviously this thing would have to fill that much, but I don't plan on putting the whole can in there. I'm just going to put maybe 2/3 of the can in there. Why? Because I want to save some to fill this front one over here. You want to make sure that there's absolutely no air in there, because otherwise, if there's air pressure inside, when you try to put the product in there, it'll counterbalance the pressure in from the air in the can and the air in here. So you want to make sure that this is empty so that the entire contents will flow smoothly with the pressure in the can into the tire. You know what I'm saying? So this one has a really slow leak, so I'm pretty confident that it'll work for this. You know, as you can see, it's got some dry rot cracks, and that's probably the reason why it has a slow leak. But it still holds air for a few days, whatever, and hopefully I'll be able to, you know, fill this so that it holds air for more than, you know, 2 days. So that's my plan. Hey, got my liquid wrench hat on. So now I've got this jacked up. It's at the crack here is at the 6 o'clock position, right here. I don't think that's going to make much of a difference in my case because the crack is so high up, you know. I've shaken this thoroughly. They want you to have this at a temperature of about 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Today the weather outside is about 45 or so, so that'll be fine. So I'm going to take the hose and the nozzle and put it on the valve stem. Screw it in all the way. Remember, there's absolutely no air in here. Completely dead. I'm having a difficult time just putting this thing on. Alright. It's on here now. Here we go. Ooh, cool. I want to save at least 1/3, so I'm shaking it just to make sure I have enough volume. That's pretty powerful. There are some times when I use Fix-A-Flat, right, and I push it, and like all the air goes in there and no product goes in there, you know? You know what? That's pretty good. Something's gonna leak out when you take the hose off, you know? So now I'm just gonna spin it around for like 5 minutes. As if it's going at least 10-15 miles per hour. You know, lawn tractors aren't meant to go fast, right? So this is about 10 miles an hour, something like that. I'm gonna keep doing this for about 5-10 minutes, and we'll see what happens. So I've been rotating this thing for about 10 minutes. I gotta tell you, so far so good, man. Reason why is because usually when I put Fix-A-Flat in here, right, you hear it leaking, like it'll go out the cracks. Okay? I haven't heard any leaking or any bubbling. Even in the back over here, usually you have the bubble, you know, of the leak of what's in there. Like Fix-A-Flat was bubbling out, and you could see the white stuff come out, the leaks. And this is some residue from the Fix-A-Flat. Listen, I don't hear anything. Okay, I hear something here. Little bit. Slowly sealing though, I think. Still hard, and I didn't put any air in here. This was empty, so whatever that was in here seems to be sealing okay. I mean, I can hear some over here. I gotta spin it a little bit more. Yeah, I see a little bit of leakage here. Well, I do want to say one thing to be fair. Okay, you know what it says over here? It says, no tools, no jacks, no mess. But then over here on the bottom part it says, rim should be off the ground. Well, if you don't use a jack, how are you going to get the rim off the ground, right? Anyway, I'm going to wait a little bit longer and see. Now I'm on the front, and I'm going to use the remainder of this can. It's about 1/3. And shoot it in here. Jacked up the front too. This seemed to have worked fantastic. It's hard and solid right now. And I only put 1/3 of a can in there. I'm just going to rotate this until it, you know, coats every little bit of it, you know. When the liquid goes on the top, it'll slowly slide down, cover the walls. The faster you spin it, the more it expands throughout the tire. I will say this though, I've bought Fix-A-Flat cans where sometimes when you press it and then you release it, all the foam comes out, you know what I'm saying? And you lose a lot of air and foam that way for the seal. So this one worked just perfectly. It didn't leak out or anything like that. And I used every bit of it, you know. How many times have you used Fix-A-Flat where you put it in there and it seems like it won't go in anymore because you lost all the air out of it, you know? And so there's still like half product in there, half full, and you have no air to get it out, you know. There's also YouTube videos on how to get an air compressor into the nozzle and put more air in here so you can get the remainder out. But this worked fine, you know. I gotta be honest with you, this seems to work all right. I mean, the one on the back is yet to be determined, but I'll probably go inside and wait a couple hours and come back out. I think I'm going to have to fill that tire on the other side with some air, because a little bit of air came out of those leaks as it was trying to seal it, you know. But it seems pretty good. What I also noticed is that the stuff that came out is less creamy looking and foamy than Fix-A-Flat. This is more of a clear kind of a solvent liquid that came out, and it's not creamy, you know. Looks like that. And I won't tell you what that looks like. But we'll see in a couple hours if this thing seals pretty well. Incidentally, before I throw this can out in the recycling bin, I'm going to pop this off. You never know when you're going to need this hose and that nozzle. You know what I'm saying? You just never know. I'm a hoarder. I keep everything. Alright, I'm back now after a while. I was in there for about an hour or so. Yeah, that seems to work pretty well. Alright. The main thing I was wondering about was the big crack that I had over here, because with Fix-A-Flat and my homebrew, there it is, stuff would spit out. Like my homebrew would come out here, I would see green antifreeze coming out of there, and before that I had the Fix-A-Flat, the creamy bubbles shooting out like that. There's nothing coming out of here. Look, not even any residue, so I think it coated really well in there. It's clean. Look at that. Dry and clean. No air's coming out of here. Amazing. And the ones in the back that had a little bit of sound and bubbles coming out, focus. Damn it. No bubbles. Nothing coming out. No air. It's pretty amazing, actually. You know, I'm surprised I've never heard of it before. You know, this brand, Titeseal. I've never heard of it before. Seems to work. I don't hear any air coming out, nor do I see any of the product shooting out, you know, or leaking. So I think this is good. I mean, you know, I'll do a follow-up in a few days or something like that when I'm working on another video or something like that. But so far, man, I'm impressed. Never tried this Titeseal before. Seems to work well, and you know, I feel good about it because it seems to be geared towards garden tractors, you know, and garden tractor tires, lawn tractor tires. Well, whatever formulation they have in there seems to work pretty well. I want to thank Chris from RSC Chemical for sending me the swag box. I'm going to try your products as my projects dictate. I always use that penetrating oil, so I'll know I'll definitely use that in the near future. But as for now, man, this is the review of Titeseal tire inflator repair for garden and lawn tractor tires. Inflates, seals, and seems pretty good. Thank you very much for the goodie bag. I would like to make a request though. So people have told me to use Gunk carburetor cleaner for ultrasonic cleaners. I've only used Pine Sol and soap and water. And a lot of my YouTube followers telling me that I should use Gunk carburetor cleaner in one of those paint can looking things with a strainer basket in it. That's what I probably should try. Feel free to send it to me if you'd like for me to do a review on that solvent cleaner for the ultrasonic cleaner. I would like to try it. I'm kind of curious. But anyway, that's my video today of RSC Chemical product from Titeseal. Seems to work very well. Thumbs up. See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers. Thanks for watching, everybody. Follow me on Instagram at Mowers Blowers. See you guys next time.